What's up, guys? It's JJ. Welcome to the Devil's Joint. Today we're going to be watching a video by a hockey channel. It's not one of the bigger channels on YouTube, but it's a channel that I don't like. It's not that I don't hate. I just don't believe the person who makes this channel is a hockey fan. All right. So despite what I think about this channel, we're gonna get a look at the banned things in the NHL. I don't know if they're really banned or not. I have not seen this. From what I'm seeing here, is doesn't look great. I don't know what the hell this is. I hope it's not sexual in any way. But let me put myself in the corner and let's get into it and see what this guy's got to say.
On themselves. Players rubbing Vaseline on themselves.
Players rubbing
Dangerous
Vaseline on
accessories. And a literal funeral on the ice? These are things that the NHL banned.
Curtis
and
Lazar.
First, I bet you didn't know that the NHL straight up banned drip. They don't want any other
Miles
players
Wood.
looking stylish. But for real, Ovechkin is not only one of the best players, but he also cares a lot about what he's wearing. From bright yellow laces to skates with hand-painted sheep. Though the NHL didn't crack down until he was wearing something that made him look like a real badass. Like RoboCop. It's a real shame. It was his tinted mirror visor.
You can't have
He wore it in
that.
his rookie season, but there were complaints from goalies, specifically from Martin Brodeur. And Ovi was quick to call him out about it. Ovechkin said it was just for his style, and he only wears it for that reason.
Wait a second.
Call him out about it. It's from goalies, specifically from Martin Brodeur. And Ovi was
Martin or Brodeur start. This is in Ovechkin language. Ovi language. Brodeur start crying to the league. I can't see his eyes. What are you talking about? Well, when a player's in close, you can see his eyes. Most defensemen also look at players' eyes, so it's not just the goalie. I understand he might be saying, what is the goalie talking about? But I grew up playing as a defenseman. I watch the eyes of players to see if they're looking to pass or shoot, to see which way they're looking to go, if they're coming along the boards, or if they're going to try and go on the inside. You know, you watch their eyes. So with the tinted visor at, certain speeds, that's, to me, is unfair. And it has nothing to do with this being Brodeur, Devils, or anything. I'm talking about my personal experience. I believe, because I watched players' eyes, that the NHL players obviously do the same thing. And if you can't see a guy's eyes, he's going to be able to deke you. He's going to be able to trick you. When you can watch their eyes, that's part of the technique of being a defenseman and a goalie, seeing a player's eyes. So I don't agree with Ovechkin here.
It's quick to call him out about it. Ovechkin said it was just for his style, and he only wears it for that reason.
You can't
The
see
league
him at all.
banned it
Nope.
Anyway, many execs saying it was for the marketing reasons rather than the competitive advantage that
I
the
doubt
goalies
it.
claim. It's not officially banned, though. Just each visor needs to be approved by the league. Obi's visors were denied at the GM meeting with a vote of 29-1. I'm not sure.
Okay, so there's 30 teams at the time. The one was probably the Washington GM. Every other GM was like, no. Or else I'm going to have my players start wearing them, and then you're going to be... Then all of a sudden Washington would have a problem. It would become a hypocrisy, merry-go-round.
How that's different from explicitly banning it in the rulebook, but they can have their technicalities.
It was voted off. It's not banned.
Painting skates,
I mean, it is,
blades,
yeah.
different colors, and painting things on the tucks as well. Tinted visor. I mean, it had a really cool look. Would you ever look at bringing any of those things
Listen,
back?
you know what?
tinted
The players don't come into the NHL because they have a cool look. They're wearing the jersey, sweater of the team, and the crest on that is what matters, not the one player that has a cool look, that has yellow skates. And I love Ovi. I'm not a big Crosby fan. I'm a big Ovi fan. But this visor right here, no. Let me know what you guys think.
Visor for sure. I love that. If player wants to do tinted visor, you should.
All right. Well, you know what?
I think it's
a goalie should also be able to put big fairy wings behind him, made out of the padding you put down on the gym floor for recreation for elementary school students. You make it out of that, and then you got a big butterfly wings or angel wings behind the goalie. I believe they should wear those if you get to wear the tinted visor.
Bullshit to listen to goalies.
Let me hear this again.
I think it's a bullshit to.
It's a bullshit.
Listen to goalies and said like we can see the ice where he's shooting. How you can see the ice from the blue line? You know.
Maybe the goalie can't see the eyes from the blue line, but the winger who's playing that defenseman can see the eyes of that defenseman if he's gonna shoot, if he sees a guy on the boards, if he's gonna maybe throw a pass. You know, if I'm seeing it in my head. I'm thinking, as a left side defenseman. I'm thinking, you know, maybe and as a lefty, backhand. You know, around to my guy on the boards on the side, take a shot, or to my other defenseman. You could see in a person's eyes what they're going to do. That's part of the technique of learning how to catch a player off guard.
Come on.
Goalies are cheaters.
So I feel like
they-
he's going to... Goalies... Is he going to call goalies cheaters? Because if he believes wearing that visor isn't cheating, he's...
then they are goalies.
Oh, he made it even worse. They're cheaters and then they're goalies, so they're cheaters first. I lost a little. I don't lose respect for him.
I
But
think that rule should change.
There's talk of bringing the visors back, but this next thing, I can't see them allowing again. Though people are still doing it even with the ban. When a team wins the Stanley Cup, they want to do everything they can with it till they have to give it up again the next year. It's been used as a bucket for the ALS Challenge, a ball marker on a golf course, and a huge bowl of black caviar for Avi's private party. But the NHL draws the line at party.
that's what I'm talking about with this channel. Okay, this guy just talked about Alexander Ovechkin for how long? Now listen to what he calls him.
Huge bowl of black caviar for Avi's private party. But the
For Avi? That's a Jewish name for a male name for a Jewish name, I think. Avi, A-V-I. This is Ovi, okay? So this is another time where I haven't seen this video, but this channel, which I do not subscribe to, Faceoff, right? It's not the first time. That's why I said it. I knew that this channel,
in 2018,
this guy
when the
doesn't
Capitals
know
won the Cup,
hockey very
Ovechkin
well.
and other players turned it into a keg stand. They even brought it on Jimmy Fallon to have a little fun.
Count of three. Let's see how far we can get. 1, 2, 3.
Cold food. The sheer.
Wait, guys, it's taking too long. It's taking too long. I think you know what you gotta do.
Yeah, let's do it.
The Hockey Hall of Fame had to step in like the cops to bust the party. They
The
said
Hockey Hall of Fame busts a lot of parties, including Alexander Mogilny's. And if you haven't seen that, the reaction to that is on DJ Livestreams X on X, and also on YouTube at Devil's Joint X. I did a reaction to
the Hockey Hall of Fame had to
how Alexander Mogilny has been snubbed by the Hockey Hall of Fame. We watched Defector, the Alexander Mogilny documentary.
step in like the cops to bust the party. They said, we asked them politely not to do it. We're trying to preserve the history of the Stanley Cup. Boo! The Canucks might hate fun even more, because they banned one of the most fun things to do. In 2018, they performed so badly that they wanted to do something drastic. They wanted to ban Fortnite.
I think
Players
Pedersen
had
was
mixed
like known as like
reactions.
the most
Publicly,
addicted,
Canuck
other
players
than
seemed united on
what's
it.
his
Bo
name?
Horvat said, Fortnite's definitely a no-go on the
from another
road.
team,
No more Fortnite,
I don't
no
know.
more bringing your video
Check it out.
games or anything
Lazar.
like that. It's strictly team
Lazar was
meals,
a
team
Fortnite
dinners,
guy.
and hanging out with the guys.
I saw that Bo Horvat was on TSN Radio in Vancouver getting grilled about Fortnite on the road.
Yeah, they banned it.
Why is it only Vancouver that's so obsessed with Fortnite, though?
I had read
not.
and heard that these guys in their suitcases bring the machine and that, but then they're buying extra TVs.
Line A and E.
Liney. I said Liney. I'm making fun of this
in
guy.
various places where they
Ray
just
Ferraro.
They
Look
just
at that.
leave them there.
Oh, look at that.
What do you
Look-
mean, like,
Oh no, forget
you
it.
fly into Ottawa, you buy a TV at the Brookstone so that they can play side by side, and then you leave it there, and next time you play Ottawa or next time you play Calgary or whatever, they're buying TVs everywhere so they can have multiple TVs.
Okay,
in
I
hotels.
understand
I've
that.
heard
but
of guys.
Okay, buying TVs in each city to play is a bit excessive. Lane, one of the guys who buys those TVs, had some words to say about the ban.
Terrible idea. I agree with you, Rosie. I think they just needed something to play from after last year.
He can say
That's
that,
funny.
but Fortnite seems to be an issue for Lane. Somebody dug up his account and he played 3,484 games in a year. That's 9 matches a day, and his play has been lackluster, at least as a hyped prospect. These pundits give a good balanced perspective. At least they aren't doing drugs till 5 a.m.
Bigger news.
Well,
in
that's
tonight.
not true because Pajama Man on our right on with the with the gray suit, I guess the plain suit. This guy's a nut job. Don't know his name. Don't care. He's crazy. He's gone ballistic on live television or whatever he's on, the starting lineup. He's gone ballistic about political stuff, about really stupid things. He's made himself look stupid. He sounds like a baby. Don't like him. Don't want anything to do with this guy.
Canucks land.
You know
No
who this
captain
guy right here?
or no Fortnite on the road.
I don't know if I should even play
I'd ban
it.
Fortnite on the road if I was every team in professional sports.
Listen to his condescending attitude, like he's the king shit. I do not like this guy. It has nothing to do with this video. I have not heard any of the things he's going to say here, but he's said a lot of things in the past that are just nasty. He's just a nasty person.
Just go out and have dinner with people. Talk. What the hell are you doing up till 5 a.m. playing Fortnite?
Okay, but
What the hell's wrong with you?
you could be up to 5.
Look at his... He's like, what is wrong with you? I guarantee the guy's got more skeletons in his closet than fucking, I don't know, Dracula. I don't know. I don't have a...
5 a.m. doing
I don't
a
have
lot
one
of
for that.
things in all of the sports professionally.
No,
and playing. Hold on.
With a curfew.
Here, what are you talking about?
Put a curfew down.
And playing video games is probably.
This is
least
the guy that
problematic
wanted to lock people in their homes. This is the guy, who said if you don't take an experimental jab, then you should be locked up in a camp. It's that reasonable
Honestly,
guy.
all this Fortnite
Reasonable.
talk in the NHL
David
and
Price had
beyond
an issue with it.
is ridiculous. Yeah, but he could have an issue with anything.
Correct.
He can have an issue with drugs. He can have an issue with alcohol. And we're talking about We're talking about a video game.
Everything's addictive.
No, everything is addictive. You're
Everything's
completely
addictive.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I mean,
knows
come
because
on.
he's got some shit on. He's got some shit. He's got some problems himself.
They could be starting a secret fight club
What a
and
piece of
beating each
crap.
other up instead. And if the goalies were involved, things would get ugly. Because the goalie is like your sister. You don't let anybody touch them, or they're gonna pay.
I like that. The
in this
goalie's
fight
like
with
your
the
sister.
Senators
All right,
and
I'll give you that
Flyers,
one
where
to
the
this
goalie
channel.
was attacked, and everybody
I'll give
else
this
started
channel one.
joining in.
Took one really early.
Ooh.
I think that was a helmet cut. If you look at where that cut is. Look out here.
That game set the NHL record for penalty minutes with 419. Sometimes the goalies will even fight with each other, like with this Emery versus Baron brawl.
Rest in peace,
I've got
Ray
my
Emery.
glove loosened up. I'm already taking my blocker out. Puck drops. Peters goes
Lindy
after
Ruff.
Heatley. Everything happens. Now it's a dance, right? And I look at the other end, and Ray is not going to back down from any fight. So he comes to center ice. I meet him on center ice. Take my mask
He's
off.
back
He
in
takes his
Buffalo,
mask off,
baby.
and he's laughing. He's laughing like
Look at Ray
he's
Emery.
about
What a legend.
to eat on a prey. Like
And
he's
that's
that
Baron.
predator
You
that's
know
about to
Baron's
jump on that
voice.
gazelle,
If
right?
you know
But
hockey.
since the goalies play the whole game, and he only has one backup, it's one of the most vital positions on the ice. So you don't want to let your guy get injured. And neither did the NHL. So in the more recent fight, you can see
Whoa.
exactly how they ended up handling goalie
Bidding.
fights.
Holy jumping. Imagine having two words, holy and jumping, as your catchphrase, and people know you by that worldwide. That's so cool. Holy jumping. See, remember when Rempe did that after nothing happened, and then he waved
The refs got
after
right
he
in
got
his
his ass
face,
beat.
and he was fined $65,000 for even trying to fight the other goalie. Jesus,
Wow, that must
at
have
least no
hurt
one
his
was dead.
pocket.
Like this next thing that needed to be banned. It started with Kyle Stark and Ryan Clark as best friends. The thing that united them the most? The love for the Colorado Avalanche. And when Kyle passed away unexpectedly in 2022, Ryan wanted
Rest
to
in
honor
peace,
him
Kyle.
correctly. So he bought glass seats for the Avs game and brought a special item with him. Before the game, Ryan got up close to the rink and spread his friend's ashes out on the ice. The usher came up to him and asked, "What was that?" And he said, "I Gotta be honest with you, it was my friend. The usher was confused and asked him what he meant. He said, well, he passed away. Yesterday was his service, and I spread some of his ashes out there. Ryan was quickly escorted out of Ball Arena and banned from all games for the remainder of the season.
You have no regrets. You would do it all over again.
Oh, I'll do it all.
Why would you ban him?
With the biggest smile on my face, like I did last time.
That's a beautiful
Like,
thing. I mean,
because
I understand.
know in my heart, that's where he wanted to be. Like, we weren't expecting for, to lose him in any way, shape, or form, and that happened so unexpectedly. And then when the opportunity presented itself, I couldn't turn it down. And so again,
I didn't mean to interrupt him. I thought he was done there. But if any of you have ever lost someone, especially suddenly and young, like this man did, you understand the feeling. This guy said, "Hey, I'm gonna." I can't believe they banned him for the whole season. I actually thought they were gonna say banned him for life, but I understand. It's unsanitary. Maybe he should have gone about it another way. Maybe get in touch. Like I know for the Devils, if that happened in my case, I know who I could get in touch with in the Devils organization to maybe make something like that happen. Maybe they'll announce something during the game, and instead show a picture of him on the big screen, and then maybe you secretly drop some ashes, in the arena somewhere. But he slipped onto the ice, he got caught, and I don't even want to know what they did with what he put on the ice, because I feel like it's disrespectful. So, but I feel for the guy.
and like I said, no regrets whatsoever.
Good.
Honestly, I kind of feel for the guy. He owned up to it with the usher and still says he would do it again. What hurts even more is that the Avs won the Stanley Cup the year he got banned. But what hurts a sports bettor even more is when the games
they won
are
the
rigged.
cup
Every
for his
sports pro gets
friend
constantly accused
because
of
he
having a
was
script.
on their
Or the refs
ice.
are favoring a team because they bet on them
Even though they didn't win at
themselves.
home.
So when a ref outright said he wanted another team to win, people in the NHL were pissed. It was the Red Wings versus the Predators, and the ref Tim Peel made a mistake that
Tim
would cost
Peel,
him his
love you,
career.
Tim.
There wasn't much, but
Thanks
I
for
wanted
following.
to get a penalty against Nashville early in
His mic was then cut off. The Predators center reacted to what Peel had said.
The crazy part is he was talking to Phil Forsberg in that clip, and he told our bench that.
Let's just be clear.
can't
He's
happen.
like he just happened to get caught on a hot mic. They all do this, okay? So Tim Peel is not any different than mainly any other official, other than his voice was caught on a mic.
Possibility, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's
We
a
know.
place in
Like,
hockey
if
for
your
that. You gotta
team-
call the game. If one team
if it
is
ain't-
earning power plays, you can't punish them because the other team is not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So,
but they do,
that
and
call
we
is
even
not
know
a
that
call
as
on
fans
RPA.
watching. We know, hey, we're gonna get a penalty because they let that one go and they let that one go. We already know. So don't give Tim Peel some shit.
Fired by the league.
And he
Well,
got
actually, thought
fired
this was a
for
light
something they
punishment,
all
though.
do.
He should have been fined or suspended. Technically, he didn't
Wait,
necessarily.
what did this guy say?
Like, that wasn't even close to a penalty.
In the end, the ref was fired by the league. People actually thought this was a light punishment, though. He should have been fined or suspended. Technically, he didn't necessarily want either team to win. He just wanted to even up the calls.
Wait,
since
wait,
the Red
wait.
Wings had a lot more penalties.
See, that I don't think this guy just made sense. He said people thought it was a light penalty that he got fired. They would rather him get fined and suspended and then have his job back. That's light. That's heavier. I don't understand. Maybe I heard it wrong.
People actually thought this was a light punishment, though. He should have been
People actually thought this was a light punishment, though, getting fired.
fined or suspended. Technically,
He should
didn't
have been
necessarily
fined
want
or
either team to
suspended.
win.
So meaning that he would be able to return to the ice at some point. So they wanted a lighter penalty for him. Is what this guy... See, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
He just wanted to even up the call since the Red Wings had a lot more penalties. That doesn't make it any less severe, though. Campbell, the league's senior
But it
executive
is
vice
normal.
president of hockey operations, said that nothing is more important than ensuring the integrity of our game. It does confirm that refs don't always call the game as they see it. Sometimes they're whistling for makeup calls.
Makeup calls are part of the
Makeup
unwritten
calls.
rules of the NHL, of hockey.
Right.
It's not a surprise that there are such a things as makeup calls. It's sort of been accepted. Now, that doesn't mean it's right.
You can feel one way or another about how he got punished, but I'm sure you don't really want to see naked dudes running around on the ice. Or maybe you do. I'm not going to judge. Either way, the NHL didn't think it appropriate. This was all cause of Rob Ray.
Robbie
was
Ray.
a tough fighter. He was really on teams.
Hey, if you're
just to
watching this, I have a
intimidate and fight
Rob
them. He
Ray
even got
rookie
so bad
card.
one time,
If you're
he started
watching this,
wailing on a fan who
comment
jumped on the
below.
ice. His
And if you
signature
want
move,
that Rob Ray
stripping his
rookie
clothes
card,
off. He would loosely strap
looks
on
just
his
like
pads
Brodor's
and his
rookie
sweater
card.
so he could slip them off easily for fights. It allowed him to
You
move
got it.
quicker and be an overall better fighter. Ray would also slather himself in Vaseline, so anybody trying to fight him couldn't clench onto him to make the fighting easier. Think about trying to fight a slippery seal? Not easy. The NHL had to step in eventually, creating the Rob Ray rule, which said, a player who deliberately removes his sweater prior to participating in an altercation, or who is clearly wearing a sweater that has been modified and does not conform to Rule 24A, players' jerseys shall be assessed a minor penalty for unsportsmanlike
some
conduct
Hughes
and game misconduct.
background
This is in
B-roll.
addition
This
to
is the
other
Hughes
penalties to be assessed
brothers
to the
thing.
participants of an altercation.
Videos on
Ray
my channel. That Hughes brothers playing on, on their little pond
reacted
there.
to the rule by saying, honestly, it's not something I planned. It's just something that evolved. If your role in the game is to be a fighter, well, just like a goal scorer or a goaltender, you're always looking for an edge.
I was
That
watching
whole
a
thing
game
just sort of
recently where they
happened.
called
What
Patrick Roy.
didn't sort of happen was one of the coolest moves in hockey, because you got to be intentional if you want to learn it. It was so OP that the league had to step in. Basically, when a player is approaching the goal,
Marty!
they do a 360 spin to get a better position for a shot. It's
But they're
called the
not going.
spinorama. This shot led to highlight reels
They're
everywhere.
losing their forward momentum. Is that what they're gonna go for here? Ooh, beauty. Whoa! How could you not count that? How could you say you don't want that goal? That was great. That one too. Why?
Now, you can do it in a normal game, but in a shootout, the spinorama is particularly OP, because it's just you versus the goalie, and it makes it easy to fake out the goalie. So the NHL banned it in shootouts. In a shootout, you're supposed to always maintain forward motion with the puck towards the net. So there's no possible way to do a spinorama without moving the puck away from the net. And to be honest,
Damn,
it's a
it
shame,
seems.
'cause those were
Look
some
how many
sick
goals.
moves. And I'm sure you'll be putting on some sick moves when you get married, and you'll definitely want to show off your wife. So when the NHL tells you can't, that's definitely going to get some players angry. They said they can't wear their wedding rings in games ever because it's too dangerous.
Why would you want to
like
wear your
spiked gloves.
wedding
What kind of
ring
bullshit
in
is
your
that?
game
The player
anyway?
for the Capitals had a solution. The same
Oh
way they
wait,
were
you know
doing
what?
big stands out
A
of the Stanley
spiked glove. It's not an engagement ring, and they're not the female. Why would they have a man's wedding ring is a band? Okay, if he's engaged, a woman gets an engagement ring. A man's wedding ring is a band. So why can't you wear... I take it back. Why can't you wear that under your glove? That's not going to hurt anyone with the padding on a glove. Other than maybe yourself.
Cup, they were also getting spontaneous tattoos. TJ Oshie got a Wario tattoo to symbolize the team's tradition of playing Mario Kart in their hotel rooms while on the road. So yeah, that's not quite a
that's
wedding
not
ring,
banned.
but he also got something else. On his left ring finger, he got the letters NOR tattooed, the nickname for his wife. Apparently meant to symbolize his wedding ring. Since he couldn't wear it, he had to get it tattooed. Oshie said, I actually really liked wearing a wedding band. But when you do
Band. But when you do what we do, we have to take it off. We have it off more than we have it on. You can put it on right when you get to the locker room. Take your shower, put it on. Just take it off for the game. I don't see how it could possibly get ruined or broken or even hurt anyone. Other than if somehow you get slashed at the wrong maybe angle and it's hard and it crushes it and crushes your finger. It's not even possible.
Do what we do, we have to have it off more than we can have it on. So now the league couldn't do
It's
anything
just an
about
excuse
that.
for them
He
to
can
not
show
be
off his
wearing
wife
it.
no
Oh, I
matter
forgot
what.
to put it
I
back
will
on when I
say,
went to the
Johnny
bar that
always
night,
liked to
honey.
show off. So much so that the league was forced to
Oh, look.
disallow his
We know this
antics
one.
right in the middle of a playoff series. It was the first round of the playoffs. New Jersey Devils versus New York Rangers. It was a 5-on-3 power play advantage for the Rangers, and Avery had an idea. He was going to distract the goalie unlike anyone had done before. This is what it looked like. It worked so well that eventually other players got so distracted by
And
it that
he
Avery was
scored
able
that
to
game.
score.
Oh,
The
yeah.
goalie complained after the game, but everything that Avery had done was deemed legal.
How many times are they
At
going to
least for
say
now.
something
Shortly
about
after,
Martin
the league came in
Brodeur
and banned it.
complaining
The rule
in this
specifically
video?
prohibits a player.
So, like I said, this guy Faceoff really doesn't know much about hockey. He's not the best. But hey, thanks for watching. I do want you to be aware that up here you see behind me right here. That's the PSF app. I'm going to put up some photos right now of what the app looks like. I am a host on that app. You go on the app, you make an account, and if you're a Devils fan, any sport, football, basketball, soccer, any sport you want, baseball, every team is there, and every team has hosts. So there's hosts that like me. There's other hosts you might know from Devils Twitter or Devils YouTube. Either way. You type in, for instance, you'll see here, you'll type in the Devils. You type in Devils, you'll see Devils chat room. You'll see streams and a chat room. And that goes for, right now there's a game going on live, Toronto, Boston. You go to one of those and you got the guy live talking, whoever's streaming for them at the moment. So check me out there, of course, on X at Devil's Joint X. DJ live streams X is for where the live streams go, and at Devil's Joint X on YouTube. Thanks for watching. This has been